Hi, this is Attila16 and this is my game aftershock review of Metro 2033, which is a game that came out a while back, but I'm just making my review now. So after all this, this is a game which put you into a post-apocalyptic world, and in this world you're actually living in Moscow, in the metro, and this is where the survivor of what we suppose being a nuclear war. It's not clarified, and it's probably not the aim of this game to clarify exactly what happened. But in this world there seem to be all kind of weird stuff which are likely the result of radiation or all kind of toxicity from whatever happened earlier. And although they don't really bother to explain to you what's going on there, your goal ultimately will be to help the Rangers, which are essentially the most organized bunch of survivors out there, to destroy the source of all those monsters around the world. And now, of course, there's not only monster you fight in this, there's also survivor, which are hostile, some bandit and some communist, some Nazi, and that kind of stuff. So there's all kind of enemies you'll be facing, and all this in different environment, but for the most part, and I think that's the main interest of this game, it's in the metro, which is very well done. It's visually very well worked. I think they did a great job graphically speaking, and you also end up at the surface a little, and that part I seem to dislike a little more, but I think the metro is extremely well realized. And in this metro there's all kind of enemy, as I said, and those monsters that you see there are some of them, and they are attacking actually every station, and that's why you started moving. It's essentially you wanted to go outside of your bunker and ended up in a war to save everybody, and shooting monster is part of the charm. But your character also seemed to have some psychic power, and seemed to be in communication with what they call the Dark Ones, and these are like monster that have evolved from the radiation, I suppose. And so you end up doing this work to save the world, and it's more or less explain to you what you're doing. I think this is perhaps a flaw of this game, or a strength, it depends how you see it. But for the most part, you're just moving around in a fairly linear way. This game is extremely linear, and you're just going from one station to the other, and there's no way you can go back each time. So this is a linear experience. It's like an interactive movie, but you have the choice of how you go through each level. You can actually play a little stealthy, but for my experience, it's not necessarily useful to do so. You can go all out and shoot everything. It's just that the problem with it is that you will run out of bullets at some point, and in this game the currency are bullets. So what that means is that you can actually buy weapons with bullets, but at the same time you will find all the weapon you need all around the metro. There's so many weapons in this and ammo that buying stuff is useless for the most part. And what that means is that there's a kind of economy in there, but it's not really exploited. You will find all the resources you need, and also you have essentially you go through this and you don't need to do anything specific. You just go through this experience, this story, and I think this makes this game interesting for the short term. So you'll play through it once, but after that it's very likely that you will not bother to play again, because there won't be any change of world. The enemy will likely be always the same place, and some enemies are actually very annoying to fight, and you will have to waste so much ammo on them. It's just not realistic, even though this is a sci-fi game. I guess some more realism will make it a little more convincing. And for the most part, you don't really get attached to anybody. It's like people, they die left and right, and you don't care at all. And so you don't even know why you're helping them at all. And you don't even know why you need to destroy those dark one. And toward the end, and you're asking yourself, oh, was it the right choice I did there? And I don't think there's any other choice anyway. So this is a very narrow world. It's very well achieved, but at the same time, I don't think this game is, let's say, open-ended. You're pretty much stuck doing what they want you to do, and that's why I will classify that as a nearly interactive movie. It's a good movie though, but sometimes you end up fighting some enemy which are really absurd. And perhaps the intention there is to make you, let's say, scared. But the enemies, especially the monster, they are mostly annoying to kill. It's like they're moving all over the place, and the guns, they also aim very weird in this game. I never got used to aiming in this game, even though I finished it. It's like I cannot get used to the aiming, and it's I don't know if it's intended, but it's like you there's no way you can aim well in this game. And but at the same time, the sound of this game is well done. The guns are satisfying to shoot, and most of the enemies are actually doing what they are intended to do, meaning scaring you. Not that they're scaring you, but they produce sound which might give you the chill a little. So it's well done, but at the same time, I will say that most of the monsters are annoying to fight. At the same time, the humans, there's some of them that you'll end up fighting, but I think they don't necessarily put up a good fight. What's fun is to kill them one by one using stealth, but when you fight them, they're not much of a challenge, or actually sometimes they are too much of a challenge. They will shoot you like they were using aimbot, which is the case since they're AI, but it's like they won't miss you at all. So it's a kind of strange gameplay. I think it's well done, but at the same time, I did not like it so much. So I have really mixed feeling about this game. So I think this game is good overall. I did enjoy the result globally, but at the same time, I think there's many flaws which make this game a little less interesting, and the fact that it's so dark make it a little depressing. And actually, while playing this game, at some point I lost interest, and it took me a break of 2 weeks before getting back at it and say, oh, perhaps I should finish this. So because there are some plays which are just not enjoyable, and that's why if you see this game cheap, might worth getting, because it's like a movie, and it's worth playing through, I guess. But it's not a game that I will recommend at full price. So I hope you enjoyed that review, and if you give it a try, I would like to have some of your feedback, or if you actually did play this game, I will be curious to hear your thought about it. So I'll see you on my next review.